In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to study in the United States of America for free. And I will give you a template of an email and who to write the email to, what should be the content of the email. I will give you that as well, so that you have a great edge over others. There is a misconception that there program funding and scholarships are only available for STEM courses, and non-STEM courses do not really have funding. That is a total lie. There are people in the United States of America who are studying masters in literature, PhD in literature, and the program is fully funded. A lot of them. It is not only STEM programs that we have funding for, and I'll be showing you a lot of things in this video, so you want to sit back. So when you're considering the United States of America, you need to know that there are institutions that have a lot of funding for international students, even for students in the United States as well, and the funding can come in aspect of assistantship, and there are also some schools or institutions that there's just no tuition fee, and I will show you one of such institutions that they even boast that for the past 130 years they've not collected any tuition from any student. So there is actually a school like that. So but other schools, there are some postgraduate programs that whenever you get admitted, it automatically comes with assistantship, and the assistantship can actually be research assistantship or teaching assistantship. Research assistantship means you will be assisting a professor, probably in gathering data in the research that he or she is doing. You'll be assisting in gathering data, you'll be assisting one way or the other, you'll be in the lab processing results and the likes, so that you assist the professor. And also the teaching assistantship can come, also it can be teaching assistantship where you will be teaching some students. And for postgraduate, I think research assistantship might be of interest, because you will also be on the other side helping the professor, and on the other side also getting data for your own research as well. So there are different schools in the United States that whenever you get admitted into the school, you get automatic assistantship. And let me take you to the first school that I want to show you in this video, where it is actually tuition free, and that is the Berea College. And after this Berea College, I will take you to a lot of schools that comes with automatic assistantship. So this is Berea College, and you can see it actually says no tuition, no kidding. The amount every enrolled student pays in tuition is $0, and for the past 130 years they said they've not collected any tuition from any student. And this school is majorly funded by gifts and donations and the likes. So it's actually very good schools in the United States, which is actually in Kentucky. But of course, this school only offers undergraduate programs and not postgraduate programs. Of course, they have some advanced degree, but not to the level of what we put in the category of postgraduate programs. So this is for Berea College. And of course, we also have other schools that whenever you get admitted into the school, there is actually a video on this channel that I interviewed a student who is currently running his PhD in the University of West Virginia University, and he gave detailed explanation on a lot of things, how to apply, the culture shock, what we expect, how the life of a PhD student, he gave a detailed talk, and I'll put the description or the link of that video in the description below. I will really advise, if you are serious about studying in the US, that you consult the video. It is like a total guide for you if you want to get full funding in the United States of America. And so the student is actually a student of West Virginia University, and it actually said, which I've confirmed to be true as well, that if you get admitted into West Virginia University, you automatically get assistantship. And there are different institutions like that in the United States, that whenever you get admitted to one of their postgraduate studies, you automatically get assistantship, either research assistantship or teaching assistantship. And one thing you also need to know is that according the student that I even that I interviewed in that video, he moved from bachelor's of science to PhD. You do not necessarily need to do a master's to go for a PhD in the United States, because most of the 85% of PhD programs in the United States comes with automatic funding. And of course, there are a lot of masters as well that comes with funding, but we have more PhD programs that comes with funding. And Many people do not know that they can actually go from bachelors of science or bachelors of arts to PhD. So to lessen the competitions that you will have to face, you can actually go from bachelors to PhD. Apply straight away for PhD programs, and you can consult the video to look about the requirements and how to do some of the things. And of course, I will talk a little bit more on it in this video as well. So we have West Virginia University that gives you full funding automatically in aspect of research assistantship or teaching assistantship when you get admitted into their postgraduate programs. And we also have University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. We have California Institute of Technology. We have Yale University, Columbia University, University of Chicago. We have University of California. We have Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, which is common. We also have Harvard University and Stanford University. So you can research these schools and get the ones that really offer the program that you want to study. And you also need to know that it is not all the schools that requires GRE anymore, because it has study have actually shown that passing a GRE does not successfully guarantee success in graduate school, and some schools are actually dropping the GRE these days. And even the Berea College that I show you just now, that I mentioned first, which is for undergraduate studies, the SAT or HAT is actually optional. You don't necessarily need to take it, but of course, to have a perfect or a strong profile, you may take it if you want to have a stronger profile, but of course it is optional. So that is it. It is not necessary. You can research for institutions that actually make GRE optional. So that is for that. And then let's go to how to apply to these schools before I take you to how to stand out among the pool of candidates. So if you want to apply, what is very important that you need is your CV is very important. Your CV is extremely important, and according to the professional advisor I got it. And according to the professional advice I got, you may need to consult a professional to help you review your CV and to check if you write it the right way. There is a way to write it. There is a language to use. It's necessary to consult a professional. And also your essay is also very important. You will have to apply to many schools actually, because rejection is part of the process. You'll be rejected by many schools, but of course what you need is just 1 year, and all the rejections that you've experienced just goes out into the drain. You only need 1 year, so you can't study in 2 schools at the same time. So you want to apply to different schools as well, but you have to make sure that you do not make mistake in your essay, that you are using the same essay that you used to apply for Princeton, you are using it to apply for MIT, and you may even forget to remove MIT, and then you use one person revising your essay. They are saying that MIT, I'm applying to MIT and the like. So you want to prevent mistakes like that. And also your research experience is also very important. Even though when you want to apply for graduate school, it's like building a block. You want to prepare to apply. You don't just apply, because you have people who are competing with you, and your competitors are not just from your nation. Your competitors sometimes come from China, Uganda, India and the like. So you want to build a great profile, and you can actually collaborate with your colleague and submit a paper for online publishers, and hopefully your paper get accepted. It actually builds your profile. And also you can also take additional courses online, which actually shows that you are really interested in that field. You can take those courses, and it builds your profile. Anything you can do to stand out is what you want to do to stand out. And your research experience is also very important. And also you need a strong recommendation. Make sure you have someone who can write a good recommendation for you, who is also in the field, who can really communicate on your expertise, on your passion, and on your interest as well. Now, having known all this, there is something else that you may need to do to stand out, and that is actually getting a professor in that field. And the reason why it is necessary sometimes to get a professor is that there are some programs, maybe, of course, we know that STEM programs actually have more fundings than programs that are non-STEMs. That is, every companies are trying to, invest in it. But of course, non-STEM programs also comes with funding. But there are some programs that does not have funding like others, and they may not be able to automatically give or be more generous in aspect of waiving tuition and even giving assistantship and the likes to students who come into the program. So some programs do not have that kind of funding, and then the funding that are available for the program, it's solely dependent on the professors to actually determine who gets the funding or not, who gets the assistantship or not. So it is essential to stand out by actually writing the professors. And I'll give you an email template of how to write a professor. So you can go to the school website, go to the department or the faculty, you will see the professors. You will also, when you get the name of the professor, you can research them on Google Scholar and then consume their material, their researches. You can also see their conferences that they've attended, the papers that they presented, and there are also some websites that you will see, some dedicated websites for some projects. Maybe the professors are working on this social project which is ongoing. You can also check their research methodology, what they are talking about, and the likes, consume it, and then look how you can actually contribute into this, and then write the professor that okay, you are interested in this and you've actually read their paper, this is what they are doing and this is what you think you can contribute. And even if there is actually a need for their guardians to also maybe choose a particular topic in that kind of field for you, you are ready to work on that kind of a topic. So it is very important because these professors have a say in who gets the funding and who do not get the funding, and having one of the professors even maybe writing a recommendation for you whenever you build a relationship with them, writing a recommendation for you is a plus in getting admitted into the school. And so I will give you a template of writing a professor right now. So let me just read it out to you. So this is one. So for example, in the subject of the email, so whenever you write a professor, some of them may invite you for a video call, or some of them may continue the chat through an email. So let me just give you one. Dear Professor Smith, I hope this email finds you well. My name is John Doe and I'm currently a final year undergraduate student in environmental science at the University of Lagos, Nigeria. I am writing to express my strong interest in pursuing a master's degree in environmental engineering at Stanford University, and I'm particularly drawn to your research in climate change adaptation strategies for vulnerable communities. I have thoroughly reviewed your recent publications, particularly your work on assessing the resilience of coastal cities to climate change impact, published in Environmental Research Letters. I'm deeply impressed by the innovative approach you take in integrating socio-economic factors with environmental modeling to predict climate impact. My research interests focus on the development of sustainable adaptation measures for low-income. Now, this is you talking about your own research interest. My research interests focus on the development of sustainable adaptation measures for low-income communities in coastal regions, which I believe aligns closely with your current projects. And then during my undergraduate studies, you want to show your, toot your horn a little bit. During my undergraduate studies, talk about your experience. I conducted a research project on the impact of rising sea levels on coastal erosion in West Africa, where I utilized GIS tools to model erosion patterns and propose adaptation measures for affected areas. This experience, along with coursework in environmental modeling and policy, has equipped me with skills necessary to contribute meaningfully to your research group. You see how he talks about his research, your own interests, and then your own experience, and then continue. I'm writing to inquire if there are any research opportunities available in your lab for the upcoming academic year, particularly those that might come with funding support. I am very eager to contribute to ongoing projects or to develop new research under your guidance, or throwing it open. Particularly those that might come with funding support. I am very eager to contribute to ongoing projects or to develop new research under your guidance. Throw it open. Additionally, I would greatly appreciate any advice you might have on how to strengthen my application to the environmental engineering program at Stanford. Attached to this email are my CV and academic transcript for your consideration. I would be grateful for the opportunity to discuss potential research directions with you. Let me take that again. I would be grateful for the opportunity to discuss potential research directions with you and to learn more about your ongoing projects. Please let me know if there's a convenient time for a meeting or if you prefer to continue this discussion via email. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. I look forward to the possibility of working with you at Stanford University. Sincerely, John Doe, University of Lagos, Nigeria, johndoe.sososo@email.com, and then put your phone number. So you can see how this email is written, how it's crafted. You talked about the professor, you talked about your interest, you talk about your experience, and then you also talk about your interest in, you are looking for a research opportunity, especially one that comes with funding in the department. And also, if maybe they want to, you may choose another topic under his guidance, under the professor's guidance. And you also attach your CV, your transcripts, and the likes. And this is actually a very good template that you can also use to write a professor. And when you are able to develop a good relationship with the professor, then you are actually one step in. And that's all I want to discuss with you in this video, and I hope you've been able to learn a lot, and I wish you success in your application. You can kindly like this video and subscribe to this channel, where I talk about opportunities such as this: how to travel abroad, access global opportunities, and advance your career anywhere in the world. Hopefully see you in subsequent videos. This is Opportunity News.